back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my first update for the year for BYOP, or Build Your Own Palette. This is a project that my friend Dana and I submitted to the Fantastic Ladies for 2023's Pan Palette. It did not go as far as we would like, but it did get a lot of votes. It just didn't win, and we decided to do it anyway. And last year, I basically was just trying to hit pan and everything, and as soon as I hit pan, I would roll something out and then I would roll something else in its place. Well, on the last update of 2023, I decided that I was going to shift gears because 2024 is not a play year for me. It is a get stuff done kind of year, and I really want to finish everything that I have in my palette. So I picked a different palette, a different magnetic palette, and I have 20 eyeshadows in here, and I'm hoping that I can finish them this year. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to finish every single last one, but I do think I will be able to make very good progress on most of this palette. I'm going to put up a picture of where this palette was at the intro. And this is what my palette currently looks like. Not a ton of differences, but there are some major differences on just a few things. So I'm going to go through them from the very top to the bottom. I will have a picture up on the screen so you can kind of follow along. The first shade is a Franken from my Coastal Scents 88 palette. I only used that one once. Next, we have a different Franken from the Coastal Scents 88 palette. That one I used, I believe, 2 times. I don't actually track it down, I just kind of keep it in my head. I'm usually pretty good about keeping that stuff in my head, but there will come a day when I will not be able to do that. Going on to the next shade, this is the Coastal Scents Hot Pot in Pink Mauve. I used this a few times, and I have ever so slightly expanded that little baby pan in the center. It's a slightly larger baby pan. Then we have the shade from Looksy. This is Ube, and I have used this once. It doesn't look any different at all. And then another Looksy shadow. This is in Hot Rod. I have used this one twice. Going down to the second row here, we have the Coastal Scents Hot Pot in Ice Ballet. I did not use that at all. Next, we have the Hot Pot in Pomegranate Red. This is one that I currently have on my eyes now. I love it. I have expanded the pan slightly in that one as well, and I think I've used this one twice since I brought it in. Next, we have the Hot Pot in Cloud White. I did not use that one at all. Moving on to the Coastal Scents Hot Pot in Midas Gold. I have used this one twice and ever so slightly expanded that baby pan. And then the very last one in the second row is the Coastal Scents Hot Pot in Peach Puff. I've used this, I would say, easily 5 or 6 times, and I have definitely expanded the pan in that one. All right, the rows get a little wonky here because on the one side, it's just one shadow, and on the other side, there is 2 rows of shadows. I'm going to start with this shade right here in the round pan. This is Bare Minerals shadow in Cupcake. I just pressed it into this pan. I have used that one twice. Then we have the shade from Bare Minerals called Puzzle. I have not used that one since I brought it in last month. Next to that is Bare Minerals Jasmine Tea. I have used this one twice. Going down to the bottom here, this is from the Too Faced Rock and Roll palette. This is the shade Punk. I have used that one once. Next to that is a Coastal Scents Mica Pigment. This is in Foliage Flutter. I have used this one twice. And this black shade right here is from the Profusion Trendsetters Eyes palette in the shade Bruise, and I think I've used this one 3 times just to set eyeliner. This little square right here, this is Bare Mineral Shadow in Heavenly Diamond, and hopefully you can see in the corner, I've definitely used that one. It is a very nice inner corner shade, and I think I've used that one 4 times as well. The first large rectangular pan is Bare Minerals Banana Smoothie, and I have not used that one. And then these last 2 right here are from the Hema Be a Natural palette. I have the first and second shades in here. The lighter one is the first shade, and the slightly darker one is the second shade. If you compare these two to the intro for this, there is massive difference on both of those. I had baby pan on this one here, and it is very much expanded, and it is a lot thinner around here. And this one, it had a long sliver pan in the center there, and it is absolutely massive now. I use a big fluffy brush, so I may end up having to repress that one before the next update, but I am making very good progress. Obviously, these two are going to be the first ones done because they are just basic matte cream shades. I use them all the time to set my brow bone area because I have hooded lids, and if I don't set my brow bone area, things will transfer because I have very oily eyelids. So I set just the top. It keeps that oil at bay, and it also helps me blend out my creases. So I think those two are going to be done. It's going to be a few months, but those are going to be the first ones done. I am going to continue to just make progress on this. I am working on 2 Pan-That palettes plus this, and I have decided that I'm just going to like alternate days. I will work on my Huda Amethyst Obsessions palette one day, then I'll work on my Marc Jacobs Fantasy palette the next day, and maybe do this one the day after, and just kind of rotate through those 3 so that they all get some progress, but I don't get bored, because I don't want to be bored. And this one has a lot of color in it, so I'm not going to get bored on this one. I might do like 2 days on this one before I go, back into the rotation. I'll just have to see what I'm feeling. But yeah, I am going to be spreading out my progress between those 3, between the 2 regular palettes and the one that I made right here. And nothing is going to get finished like really quick, but I do feel like I'm going to do very well with this project this year. Definitely go check out Dana. She's going to be listed down below. There were some people that had joined in last year in this project. I don't know if they're still doing them, but I am going to keep them in my description box just in case they are. And if you want to join in for the Build Your Own Palette, Pan-That palette, by all means, we would love to have you on this crazy painting journey. Just let me know down below, and I will put you in my description box so everyone else can come find you and support you as well. I have decided as of right now, I will just continue to work on all of these shades. I do not intend to roll anything out. Even if I finish these matte cream shades, I'm just going to leave those empty pans in there and continue to work on the rest of the palette. I may end up rolling something in much later in the year. If the palette's looking really empty and I've only got a few shades left, I might roll something in then. But as of right now, I'm just going to keep it as is, like an intact palette, and see what I can do with it by the end of this year. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, have a beautiful day.